Good morning, students. Today's we will start with Bohr's model of atom to overcome the objections raised by the Rutherford model of atom. Neil Bohr put forward the following postulates. One of the first postulate: only certain special orbits known as the discrete orbit of the electrons are allowed inside the atom. While revolving in the discrete orbit, the electrons do not radiate energy. These orbits are represented by the letter K, L, M, N, or 1, 2, 3, and so on. First of all, what is neutron? The neutrons are discovered by 1932 James Chadwick for the subatomic particle which had no charge, a mass nearly equal to that of the protons. It is known as neutrons. And what are the special properties? Neutrons are present in the nucleus of all atoms except hydrogen. In general, neutrons is represented by the letter small n, and the small mass of the atom is therefore given by the sum of the masses of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. Now, what are the electrons are how electrons are distributed in their respective shells? The distribution of the electrons inside to the different orbits of an atom was suggested by Bohr-Senbury scheme, and the following rules are followed by writing number of electrons in the energy shell. First rule is 2n square rule. According to 2n square rule, n stands for the number of shell. This level may be 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever, and so on. And secondly, the maximum number of electron that a shell can accommodate, that is 8. An outermost shell can never have more than 8 electrons. Electrons are not accommodated in the given shell unless the inner shells are filled. That means electrons are filled with a gradual manner, stepwise manner. Now, the atomic structure of the first 18 elements as shown in this figure. First, hydrogen has only one shell, has one electron only. Helium has two electron, and now lithium has first shell fully filled according to 2n square rule. Now the second shell has only one electron, and so on. And finally, you will reach to argon. Argon has three shells and all are fully filled. You can fill the electrons according to the 2n square rule. Now, what is the valency? Valency is the valence electron. First of all, we will learn about the valence electron, and valence electron present in the outermost shell of the atom is known as valence electron. And from the Bohr-Bury scheme, we know that the outermost shell of the atom can accommodate 8 electrons only. It was observed that atom of the elements having a completely filled outermost shell a little reactivity, and in other words, the combining capacity of the valency is 0. That means, in simple words, you can define valency as the combining capacity. The combining capacity of the atom of an element is their tendency to react to form molecules with the form of the different or elements. It is explained as attempt to the fully filled outermost shell. Now, these are the different elements 1 to 20 and their respective electronic configuration. Number of electron, protons are given. Now, how can you define valency? In another words, the outermost shell, which had 8 electrons, are said to possesses an octet. That means they have completed their stable configuration. Atoms react to achieve an octet in the outermost shell. This was done by sharing, gaining, or losing electron. In case of metal, they always tends to donate electron, and non-metal they always tends to gain electron, while some of the non-metal always tends to share electron. That means number of electron gained, lost, or shared so as to make the octet electron in the outermost shell gives us the directly combining capacity of the element, and that's why you can say is a valency. Now, what is atomic number and atomic mass, or in other words, you can say mass number. The atomic number is defined as the total number of protons and neutrons present in an atom. It is generally denoted by this letter Z, capital Z. All atoms of these elements have the same number of Z. In fact, elements are defined as the number of protons they possess. Means how much number of protons they have is equal to the number of atomic number. Now come to mass number or atomic mass. Mass of an atom is practically due to protons and neutrons alone, and they are present in nucleus of atom. Hence protons and neutrons are also known as nucleons. Mass of an atom resides in the nucleus, means electrons are practically massless, and the mass number is defined as the sum of the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Now, what is the symbol of element? And the symbol of the element as is shown in this figure. You can see the symbols, and the subscript is always with the mass number, and the superscript it is with the atomic number. The example of the nitrogen can be written as N, subscript is 7 and superscript is 14. 14 means it is the atomic mass, and subscript, that is 7, it is the atomic number. Now, how can you define isotopes? Some elements have been identified which have the same atomic number but different mass number is known as isotopes. For example, we will take example of isotopes of the hydrogen. Hydrogen has basically three isotopes. One is protium, atomic mass 1, deuterium, atomic mass 2, and tritium, atomic mass 3. Similarly, chlorine has two natural isotopes, that is chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. Many elements consist of mixture of isotopes. Each isotope of the element is the pure substance, and chemical properties of the isotopes are similar but physical properties are different. As you know, the physical properties dependent on their masses. Now, how can you explain some of the atoms have fractional atomic masses? That means chlorine, although having atomic mass 35, but still their atomic mass is always written as 35.5. You can explain this fractional atomic mass on the basis of their isotopes. In this example, you can see the natural isotopes of the chlorine are present as 35 and 37. They are present in nature as the ratio of 3 is to 1. Now, if you take the average of the chlorine atom in ratio of 3 is to 1, you can write as 35 into 75 upon 100 plus 37 into 25 by 100. You can take as 142 upon 2. That means the average is 35.5. And in similar way, you can explain all the atomic masses which are in the fractional atomic masses. Now, what are the applications of the isotopes? Some isotopes have special properties which we will find. First is isotopes of uranium, it is used in the nuclear reactors. Isotopes of the cobalt 60, it is used in the treatment of the cancer in radiotherapy. And isotopes of the iodine, it is the treatment of the simple goiter. Now, what is isobar? In the similar way of the isotope, isobars can be explained as the atom of the different element with different atomic number with but similar mass number is known as isobars. Example is calcium and argon. Calcium has atomic number 20 and argon atomic number 18. But in both the cases, they have atomic mass 40. The total number of the nucleons is the same, is the number of the pair of the elements. That means argon and calcium are the isobars of each other. Thank you.